day and welcome to Lawyer News, where we serve you with credible, authentic news. Your real voices matter, real stories. I'm Abba Ekins. I'm doing this with
Hagar. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, we'll bring you the latest headlines from Ghana and around the world, covering politics, business, security, and stories that matters to you.
Amasaman High Court says February 5th for Nana Agbada appeal judgment.
Bawumia will win 14 regions in NPP Fagbara race. Faruku Aliyu Mahama.
NPP Fagbara race Kennedy Ejapon can reconnect party with grassroots. KK support.
GPRTU task force detains 15 drivers in Abuleku over alleged fare violations.
We are committed to deliver with the facts, with integrity, clarity, and loyalty to the truth. Stay with us for more in-depth, expert insights, and updates you can rely on. Details of the story. The Accra Metropolitan Assembly AMA has intensified its decongestion drives upon the removal of unauthorized structures occupying the road shoulders and government reserves lands in parts of the metropolis. The exercise led by the Mayor of Accra, Michael Aluti, covered a key location including Awotomi Cemetery Stretch, Awotomi Runabout, the footage of the Royal House Chapel, North Ganeshi Last Stop, and the Tuesday Market. The team also inspected a facility believed to be an AMA warehouse, with the mayor instructing its manager to report to the assembly for the clarification on its purpose and management. Speaking during the exercise, Mr. Aloto says that the assembly will sustain the enforcement operation to reclaim walkways, road shoulders, and public lands in order to improve safety, sanitation, and orderly urban management across Accra.
Ibimu dine mudaye hotel omo fifamba mu yenyama bebrewanu and marketing eyamba ne about 2,000 to 3,000 of the women are crying. So mama, because of due to one or two things we mama marketing egu and the bahano be more time but they don't want to comply and they take it decision. We need to fight for the good people of Ghana and the abeyi apatano maya ne dan omu demu no e de amamba no se omu sesi mu na momfa mamba na mba nye de enton ade.
Former Yendi Member of Parliament Faruku Aliyu Mahama has projected a strong showing for former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in the new Patriotic Party's flag burial contest. Speaking on an interview, Mr. Mahama said he expects Dr. Bawumia to reign in 14 of the party's 16 regions, citing what he described as widespread support from party delegates across the country. According to Mr. Mahama, the former vice president's performance in government, particularly in the areas of economic management, financial inclusion, and national development, has strengthened confidence among delegates. He added that the NPP Fagbara race should be guided by the need for the unity and strong leadership, expressing optimism that Dr. Bawumia's experience and vision would secure him a decisive victory in the contest.
For the 31st, you and I know that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia would become the flag bearer of the party.
You cannot tell.
My brother, I'm telling you that if you look at what is happening on the ground, Ashanti region now is ramping up. He was in the north. And I can tell you Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will win over 14 regions out of 16 in these elections.
There's a current survey done by one doctor, which is putting Kennedy upon in the lead. You are not scared by that to say that?
No. It's not possible. Because I have followed Dr. Bawumia and I've followed the trends, and I look at even, when you are going for election, you should be able to have a strategy and you should be able to do a lot of five funding. If you look at what the number Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia got in 2023, even though Brian is out, Educhum is out, but the additions of the former executives, are you listening? Additions of
Former Chief Executive of the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC, Dr. Kofi Kodia Sapon has shown his support behind New Patriotic Party's Barbara Hopefully Kennedy Ejapong, describing him as the right candidate to reawaken the party's grassroots. According to him, Mr. Japon possessed the quality to require to mobilize core supporters and boost voter turnout. Speaking in an interview, Dr. Sapon stressed that reconnecting with ordinary party supporters should be a major factor in choosing the NPP next flag bearer. He argues that Kennedy Ejapong has consistently demonstrated an ability to connect with the youth and grassroots members across the country. Dr. Sapon added that Mr. Ejapong's popularities and charismas among youth people could play a critical role in revitalizing the party ahead of future elections.
So why go for Kennedy Ejapong when the NDC people also are asking you to vote for
I
him?
hear contrary views from the same NDC people you talk to. They are concerned. You talk to them closely. Who thought President Trump would win election in the US? So here you are talking about somebody who will be able to move the base. And the base will follow him because he's the one they believe can provide them with jobs, because he's demonstrated with his own investments trying to create jobs for people. And in his rounds, this even after I had made my decision, I follow his rounds. He has a clear path as to what he can do in each locality to create jobs.
How do you handle his speech?
Which speech?
The Ghana Private Road Transport Union has arrested 15 criminal drivers in Ablekuma, Accra, for allegedly charging passengers multiple fares. The union task force has confirmed the operation carried out on Tuesday, January 21st. Forms part of a broader initiative to keep indiscipline among drivers and ensure compliance with approved fare structures in the capital. The National Guide Commander for GPRTU, Jerome Ekwojesi, said the exercise is aimed at clamping down on illegal practice.
Exclusive credit for development initiatives in the business of political points. One that said actions only serve to meet
it's too much.
You claim we didn't put up any investment, and you should take the investor development.
Amasaman High Court has adjourned the appeal hearing for former Church's priestess turned evangelist Patricia Asedu Esiama, popularly known as Nana Agrada, to February 5, 2026, when the court is expected to deliver its ruling. Nana Agrada is challenging both her convictions and the 15-year prison sentence handed down on July 3, 2025, after she was found guilty of charlatanic advertisements and defrauding by false pretense. She argues that her trial was flawed, claiming that the evidence did not support the verdict and that the sentence was excessive. Her lawyer, Richard Asari Bafwa, says the adjournment followed the Attorney General's office failure to comply with the earlier court's directives. He added that technical issue with the electronic evidence required for the appeal also contributed to the delay. Mr. Balfour further noticed that the defense opposed a request by the Attorney General's office for additional time to file submission. The court, however, allowed the office the option to submit written message to submit written addresses and schedule February 5th as a date for adjournment. This brings us to the end of today's news bulletin. Thank you for spending your time with us on Lawyer News. Please don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles and also comment in the comment sections. Amber Ekins or Abe Ekins. I did this with
Igafusia.
Good day. See you in the next news bulletin.